And just like that, we are back talking about the Steelers OTAs, training camps. And before we get into that, because we definitely have a little bit of footage, I kind of want to, go back to my last video, right? And I kind of want to sum the Steelers up because we all know what's going on right now. Like, this is a team that allowed itself to be in this quarterback, situation. And I just thought about it today. It's like, here it is, June 3rd, and we're really going into the season, right? With Mason Rudolph or Will Howard or maybe even Skylar Thompson out there, right? Like, that is a real situation, a real, 100% fact because we do not know about Aaron Rodgers. So if we don't get Aaron Rodgers, one of those three quarterbacks will be quarterbacking for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the fact that we have gotten into that position, the fact that we have had the success, but like then unsuccessful in the playoffs that we've had year in and year out for like the last, 10-ish years at this point, we are all mad and frustrated. It is asinine that like we are in this situation at quarterback. Like, there are so many other names, and we do obviously, we're rooting for Will Howard. I'm just saying, rookie quarterback taken in the sixth round. We're all rooting for Will Howard. Every time I try to be nice to Mason Rudolph, you guys tell me he stinks, which I think he does. And then every time I say Mason Rudolph stinks, there's like a comment out there that's like, Mason Rudolph is actually good, And so, however feel about Mason Rudolph, it's Mason Rudolph, my guy. Like, it's not like we even got a Jimmy G, for example, like someone with a history. Like Russell Wilson, he was falling off, he was aging, but it was like he used to be good. Like he used to be him. Justin Fields, when he was coming in, it was like, he hasn't had the best play, but that potential, that athleticism, that ability, like this guy can be a guy. Mason Rudolph, we're going into it, and it's like, he used to play here. He had those 3 games on Christmas. Technically, and if you look at his record, he has a positive record on the Steelers, and like just a whole lot of hoopla about it, right? Like with Mason Rudolph, there's no, good caveat. Like if he comes in and he lights it up, the only reason why is going to be like a he's been a veteran in the league, he's familiar with the team, he's earned his stripes. Like that is something that is coming off of attrition. But normally, if we played out this Mason Rudolph story 100 times, he's probably gonna stink, right? So like that is our number one option, or maybe it's not, or maybe it just comes out and hoop. I don't think so, but like that's our one option. And then number two, Will Howard, who are all very hopeful, and we're all very willing to go with Will Howard. I guess he's been very successful in college. He did his thing. We're all he's so goofy. We're all starting to love Will Howard, but this is a guy who went in the sixth round, and normally I guess, there's a lot of situations that happen. I don't have like my, history book here, but normally sixth round quarterbacks are not supposed to like come in immediately because once again, the other option is Mason Rudolph. Like he probably gets the job outright because it's Mason. But if you're Will Howard, fam, you got to beat out Mason Rudolph. Like this isn't career, career veteran hooping quarterback. Like when Mason came in, who was he backing up? Mason came in to backing up Big Ben, who just threw like 9,000 yards, 62 touchdowns. Will Howard is coming in to Mason Rudolph, who played mid on the Titans last year. Like that's what he did and played mid on the Steelers. So if you're Will Howard, you could very well win that position. I don't know exactly how it's going. I'm not talking to the team every day. I'm not super duper tapped in. But as far as this quarterback thing, I would imagine it's going to be Mason. But there's no way like it's going to be Mason and we're holding our arms and like we're standing on Mason Rudolph. Like there's no way. Even if the other guy is Will Howard or Skylar Thompson, there's no way we're going into it like that. And so our options, when you look at it, we have Mason, Will Howard, and Skylar. It's just like, bam, how did we find ourselves in this position? The fact that we are here is inexcusable, right? But I am so ready to go ahead with that future versus getting Aaron Rodgers because I will say I am tired of the whole Aaron Rodgers. I think you guys know that. I think a lot of you guys out there are very tired of the Aaron Rodgers thing now. There's been some stuff that's come out from his, personal life. He's dealing with this. He's going through that. We think about these situations and we pray for the guy, and like it's not deeper than football. But when you bring it to football, if we're talking about as a fan of the team, as we're talking about a fan of, Aaron Rodgers, the player, like this is a guy who's been a hooper his whole career. He's had some shortcomings, his latest years in Green Bay, they were super good. It was like Aaron's gonna get his ring, and they kept getting bounced for like 3 or 4 years. Low key had some killer B runs out there. Like they were hooping, very good regular season team. They get to the playoffs and just gets stomped. Maybe they win a game. Maybe something would happen. They'd advance, but at the end of the day, they kept losing, right? And so Aaron Rodgers, he's coming off of that. He's been a Hall of Famer his whole career. The guy beat us in a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a legendary quarterback. He's probably top 10, maybe even top 5. At one point, he was being called the GOAT by the likes of Stephen A. Smith and other NFL pundits, other, sports pundits. That is what they were saying about this guy, right? And so you think about his legacy, and then you think about how Son is going out right now. You think about how Son went to the Jets. That shit absolutely blew up. The one year, he obviously got injured. You can't really, fault him for that. But last year, man, that was tough. They got rid of the coach. They got rid of the GM. They fired all these people for Aaron. They brought in whoever he wanted. It was supposed to be his team. He was, going to be this committed guy. But it's like as time has gone on further, and granted, it's a new team, but as time has gone on further, Aaron has just like divided himself from multiple teams. From the Packers, he was like, "I'm out of here," and from the Jets, it's just like, "Hey, man, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm a nice guy. Like, I'm cool. Like, you'll hang out with me, right? If you're into that kind of stuff. Aaron Rodgers, he be doing some shit. But he seems like a cool guy, right? And then and then when it comes to the actual team of it, when it comes to actual, winning aspects of it, this guy, he's just creating all these stories, right? They're asking him the questions, and instead of like answering it, in the casual quarterback way, and Aaron Rodgers has been on this for a while. Like, this is his thing. It's not like this just started, but it's just recently when you don't have the stats to back it up, when you're not one of the quarterbacks we're talking about. 'Cause now we got Joe Burrow, we got Josh Allen, we got Mahomes, we got Lamar Jackson, we got Herbert, we got like Dak, we got Brock Purdy in San Francisco, we got Mason Rudolph in Pittsburgh type shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a gunshot. We got so many other quarterbacks in this league. We forget how good Aaron Rodgers was and is, and like his play hasn't, there is no way Aaron Rodgers can be doing this for your team anymore. Like, it's just over. The fact that he's like going on podcasts and talking about like, how everybody in the media is wrong, and like he's doing ayahuasca, and like just all of this shit that he's saying, like not too much on ayahuasca. If that's your thing, do it. But it's just like, fam, we want to see you play football. We want to watch you be a quarterback at this point, and his quarterbacking has not been there. So you're looking at that from Aaron Rodgers in like the football fan perspective. One of the best quarterbacks is going out a little sad, and on top of that, we don't know if he's gonna play again. And so like his last seasons is him flaming out in on the Jets, and like them missing the playoffs, and they got Devontae Adams, they got this player, they got that player, they got the spooky defense. Like New York is back, and they were not back. They missed the playoffs both years. Granted, one Aaron was hurt, but it just didn't work out in New York. He flamed out of Green Bay, and he played well, but I'm just saying, like, he got traded, he got cut, they were done with him. And he goes to New York, that falls apart. And now the Steelers fan in me is like, you're gonna we're playing these games. Like, are we for real? I am ashamed of the Pittsburgh Steelers, low key, for even allowing this to continue. I get the options are Mason Rudolph and Brock Purdy and Skylar Thompson. I get those are the options. But to just be hung out to dry like this, like we're like a week or two into OTAs at this point, and maybe Aaron wasn't coming to OTAs anyway. And also, I can feel my nose kind of getting stuffed up. I apologize, like I'm talking crazy right now, but I am sick. But I can't imagine us like sitting here waiting for Aaron Rodgers for this deep into the offseason process. Like, we're practicing together. Like, they're there. The players are there. The only person I haven't seen is DK Metcalf, and if I'm tripping about that, let me know. Like, let me know if you guys have seen DK at camp. Maybe I'm tweaking. But this is like where we're at right now, and we're still talking about, are we gonna get Aaron Rodgers? Fam, we're learning plays now. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're getting chemistry now. This is where chemistry is built. And funny enough, I'm pretty sure Aaron has missed all of these over the last couple of years. Like, he just doesn't rock with OTAs anymore. He's above that. He's just, even if it's on a new team, maybe I'm just spewing nonsense, but I'm pretty sure Aaron like just don't be showing up to this shit anymore. And so, if that's what's going on, if that's the type of timing he's on, the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin and they have a great relationship apparently, and like the fact that we are like this team now is crazy to me. Like, this is some shit like Tennessee has to do. And I know they just got the number one pick, maybe Cam Ward, but this is some shit like the Titans. This is some shit the Bengals like it's just nasty, right? And the guy is Aaron Rodgers, who at one point was, legendary. But are you shitting me right now? Aaron Rodgers, we're allowing him to do this? Like, not a top five quarterback, not a legend, not like is there any legends in the NFL right now? Maybe Mahomes, but like not Mahomes, not Lamar, not Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, not Josh Allen, not like one of those guys. It's Aaron Rodgers at age 47. It is nasty to me that we've one entertained it. If we just originally signed him way back when, it's much better because it's like, fuck it, we got rid of Russ, we got rid of Justin Fields. Let's just go and get Aaron Rodgers because the other guys made some stuff. Like, if it happened earlier, that's cool. But us being like hung out to dry like this, us being in the news every day, like, are we gonna get Aaron Rodgers is is blasphemous. And like I said, I am ashamed that we are even in this, right? And I'm sorry, I'm really yeah, but um overall points, like Aaron Rodgers, it's sad to see his career go out like this. If he's done, he's a legend. He has nothing really to prove. Like if he can't win a Super Bowl, no one cares, right? So like if he wants to just go away because that goal is very, very tough to achieve. If he wants to go away, if he's done, then he's a guy like he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Go like if it's over, it's over. But stop like leading it on. Stop like even Pittsburgh. Like we need to be like cut it off. We need to call Aaron and be like, yo, sign right now or it's cooked. Like here is our offer. Show up to OTAs. Let's do this. Or like that's it because like this is fucking ridiculous that it is June 3rd and we don't know if Aaron Rodgers signs. And with my luck, Aaron Rodgers is going to sign right before the deal comes out. But I'm also ashamed to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, right? For this right here, and like this is like Steelers front office managing the quarterback and T.J. Watson, right? I'm also ashamed to be like a Steelers fan right now, and I promise I'm gonna get way more positive because I will never be ashamed to be a Steeler. But I'm just saying I'm tight of the guys, right? But another reason why like I'm just starting off this training camp video like this is because I know that there's people out there that are trying to 4D chest it and say, TJ Watt, if we get rid of him now, then eventually we right. And maybe that's true because low key getting ahead of it, getting as much assets as you can, typically will work, right? But at what point are we like paying our guys? Because as you can see, this tweet says, DK Metcalf got the market value, whatever. And we just fucking gave it to him. Hasn't played a snap for us, right? We just fucking gave it. TJ Watt wants to reset a market. He wants to be the top paid in the market. It's TJ Watt. And we're just like, maybe later. Call us later. But we'll just hand out the money to DK. We'll resign. And I know it's a way lower degree. And I know I'm a fucking hater because I always say it. But like, we'll resign you. Like, hey, you're eligible for an offer. Bang. Here you go. It's way less money. But it's just like, are we just gonna not sign TJ Watt? Like, at what point do we reward our own players? Because this guy has played like the one of the best players in the NFL at the very because I know there's a lot of haters and the way he plays down the stretch sometimes can be a little shaky. You can't really forgive that. You can't really argue that. But if you know, like his moments are far, far, far outweigh any negative that you really have to say about it. And even if really don't even see that. Like, right, we're talking about the eye test right now, I guess. But like, even if you don't even see that, the stats back it up too. Like, it's not just sacks. First of all, it's really not just sacks. Like, it's tackles for loss, it's total tackles, it's back to the eye test because fuck it. Oh, you know what? Not because he be getting chipped all the time. Like, he's virtually his gravity. Oh my god, his gravity. Big Steph Curry, his gravity allows other people to eat. Bud Dupree over there, Nick Herbig over there, Alex Highsmith over there, all these people over like on the other side of TJ and Cam Hayward in what is it, year 15 for Cam Hayward? He allows all of these people to eat because so much pressure is put on TJ Watt. He is that good. He's the Pittsburgh Steelers sack all-time leader. He has sacked the quarterback the most in franchise history. And our franchise is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're really sitting here waiting to pay the guy. For what reason? I have no idea because if you're not paying TJ Watt, and Mason Rudolph is your quarterback, what the hell are you doing? We know he's going to get signed. In fact, we put ourselves in a worse position because are you telling me that we're supposed to pay TJ Watt less than Miles Garrett, man? Like, is that what you're telling me? When we know the debates about fans or between fans and, it's not real, right? It's not actually a thing, but they have a personal rivalry. We know we're rivals with the Browns. We know how this defensive player of the year went when Miles Garrett won it and TJ didn't. TJ's been snubbed so many times, but now they're just going to give it to Miles Garrett. And Miles Garrett, he's a fantastic player, right? And maybe if you're a Browns fan, you can like talk to me about this eye test shit, like I talked to you about TJ Watt eye test. Like if you're saying Miles Garrett is him, whatever. But we are the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're defending our side right now. And if you're the Steelers and you don't pay TJ Watt more than Miles Garrett, and he wants to be paid more than Miles Garrett, you're tripping. Like you don't have to. But you really should do that because it is TJ fucking Watt, man. We all love TJ. You love TJ. Like there is no reality where we should just get rid of TJ because he wants too much money. Fam, we have nothing going on. If we don't have TJ Watt, they're putting DK Metcalf on the pictures. They're putting Minka Fitzpatrick as he's kind of, on his way out. Cameron Hayward on his way out, and Minka, I don't know if he's on his way out. I'm just saying, like, we're not really too high on Minka, right? Like, who is advertising these games? Who is like representing us? And like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not just his impact on the field, which is insanity. At some point, we need a reason to go to games, man. Like, are you shitting me right now? Look at our quarterback position. Our running back is Jalen Warren, who I love, and then our wide receivers is a new DK Metcalf and fucking Calvin Austin and shit. Like, are you kidding me? Our tight end is Muth. Are you kidding? Like, not too much on these guys, but having TJ Watt is like what makes grass greener. Having TJ Watt makes your really high paid, like crazy defense sometimes. But if you take away TJ Watt, we're fucking 0-82. Like having TJ Watt does so much for us. And we're sitting here waiting until the cap gets even higher. And we're not doing him a solid because like we haven't signed the guy. It's not like, oh, we're gonna wait to resign you for Miles Garrett to sign me about to get the most money. It's like we're gonna wait. We're not doing that shit. Like it is purely out of like spite or something. We re-signed Ben so many times, and I get he's a quarterback, but it's just ridiculous how we've treated players in the past, and now like we're at TJ Watt, we're drawing the line. We're giving Antonio Brown his extension easily, and like the shit he was doing, we didn't even find out until later. And like, fam, this is crazy to me. And like, I'm just thinking about I'm sorry, I'm kind of ranting here, but I'm just thinking about all of the players we had, all of the players that we let go of. TJ Watt should be a Steeler for fucking life. If TJ Watt isn't a Steeler for life, then I don't know what that means anymore. Maybe Big Ben got grandfathered in or some shit. Because like it is ridiculous. And these same people who are like, oh, 40 chess, if you trade TJ Watt, you might get four or so many first round picks and you draft a quarterback and you build this imaginary X team with with high school sophomores you're talking about. Oh, if we, draft fucking, you know, senior right now in high school who's chewing up, his league. If we just draft him, we're good. And like the thing is to trade TJ Watt. Like you just don't fucking do that, man. To me, I think that is crazy. Like once and we're kind of good, right? Not too much on our quarterback situation, not too much on the names we name, but like shit goes perfect, maybe we can win a Super Bowl. I'm crazy enough to believe it. I got the terrible towel up there, man. I got a Boswell jersey behind me. I'm crazy enough to believe it. In fact, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a Pacers fan. I can't really. I'm trying to show you guys the shirt. I'm a Pacers fan, and so I just watched this team go to the final. And so if I'm supposed to sit here and not believe that the Steelers can go to the Super Bowl, can win a playoff game, can. And we have players like TJ Watt on the team. We have Cameron Hayward on the team. We have, these rookies we drafted, Derek Harmon. We have Peyton Wilson in year 2, Patrick Queen, hopefully with a bounce back year, Cole Holcomb with a bounce back year, Alex Highsmith, a prove it kind of year, Nick Herbig. We have so many players on defense. And then the offense is just like, fam, if we could just somehow hit these passes, if our run game can be okay, we can win a playoff game. And so I believe that. Knowing that I believe that, why the hell would we trade TJ Watt? Where have Mike Tomlin, who always has a winning season? Why not have a winning season and a playoff game? Like you're not having a winning season just to lose a playoff game. Like that's stupid to me. It's not like we're trying to lose these games. We're trying to win. And so we know you're gonna resign TJ Watt. Why the hell are you waiting to resign TJ Watt? Maybe you're waiting for the Aaron Rodgers thing, but to me, TJ Watt has earned the fact that, or he's earned the right to like, hey, cut this Aaron shit off and resign me, or else like I'm out of here because I'm TJ Watt, and a lot of teams will love him. And will he be like this insane player on other teams? One, probably, but two, it doesn't matter because he is an insane player on this team, on this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and we need the guy. We love the guy. We love TJ Watt. Just get the deal done. He can sign a blank check. There is no amount of money that TJ Watt should not get because his play has earned it. If I'm gonna watch other players like Miles Garrett get paid, granted he's a little younger, but if I'm gonna watch other players get to reset their market and I don't get to see TJ Watt do it, I'm just not with that because I love the players just like I love the Steelers. If you're on the Steelers, I'm gonna support you. And I think TJ Watt is getting dealt like a really bad hand right now, just like he has a lot of times in his career. But maybe he's just not right. Maybe TJ Watt just thinks he's actually overrated. Just that. I don't really know. Next up though, speaking of this, after my rants, we're how long into the video? We're like 20 minutes into the video. After my rants, we do have some camp stuff to talk about because here you can see a pass from Will Howard to Roman Wilson in year 2, and Roman has looked really, really fucking right. He has looked like a valuable part of the offense, and Will Howard I think has looked okay. You see Mason Rudolph also over there. Will Howard I think has looked okay in this thing, and so we're all excited about the guy. But Roman Wilson is the real piece where it's like this team needs a wide receiver. We need a playmaker. Roman, you got to step up, man. Can you do it? We took you last year. Can you do it? And it's looking like he can do it, man. And then now this is something too I want to talk about, and I actually have two clips of the secondary. But you can see Joey Porter Jr. is using gloves, like he's alternating between gloves based on like the opposing team's practice, right? Or like he's not wearing like these bright ass flashy gloves because it's easy to see like these holding penalties, easy to see these things that he commits when he's doing that. And so he's starting to do the Julian Edelman method, the New England Patriot method, maybe like I heard it like that podcast, right? But maybe other teams do this as well. But like having a glove that's matching the opposing team's jersey, just on paper and like when I say it out loud makes sense to me, right? But I'm a dumbass. So like maybe that just doesn't work. But to me, that seems like, hey, that's harder to see than like this white ass glove on like the black jersey, Like so maybe I'm tripping, but I'm glad Joey Porter Jr. is doing this and I hope he holds less. I hope he gets called less. And all the good cornerbacks be doing it. So like he's just following in their footsteps. He's already a top 5 cornerback looking to become top 1 cornerback this season. And now we have a clip from Derek Harmon just absolutely flying around. This guy can move. He is huge, and he is going to get the quarterback. Derek Harmon was a fantastic draft pick. I'm really glad we ended up with the guy. And look at the rain out there. Like he's just like look how fast this guy's. I feel like it's going kind of underrated right now. But he's just absolutely flying around the guy, flying around the pads, whatever. Like he's just absolutely out of here. And if we can have him and TJ and Cam Hayward and Alex all just getting the quarterback, that is going to be a tough front four. That is going to be a tough lane to run in. And then like we got Yaya Black out there. We got maybe Keanu Benton stepping up. Maybe DeMarvin Al doing his thing. I believe though he's on the outside now. I think we but we just have so much opportunity on this defense if Derek Harmon is him, right? And I really think he can. And speaking of Yaya Black, because like I feel like it kind of ties in to the theme of having Derek Harmon out. Man, this is without pads on, and look like this dude literally. I don't know if this is crazy, right? And like if this is like the nuttest shit I've ever said in my life, like this is nuts. I apologize. But have you ever seen The Longest Yard and that scene where they get the great Khali on the team? I don't even know what Yaya Black looks like, but I'm just saying that scene was crazy, and that is exactly what Yaya Black reminds me of. And because one, he is bigger than these pads that he's hitting down. Two, he is smacking these with one arm and just absolutely shredding them off. Three, the dude is literally his head is almost to the top of the video. Like, he is that tall. And imagine you are a running back, right? And this dude is after you. This is with no pads, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine what this guy is gonna look like and imagine what he's gonna look like in a game this season. And then imagine what Son is gonna look like in 2, 3, 4 seasons when he really gets accustomed to it. And we got him so late, but like he is gonna be a beast. He is going to bring back the Steelers run defense. No longer will like these these second string, third string running backs who like really only catch the ball, but now here they are fucking grounding and pounding us. Like imagine what Yaya Black is gonna do to these people. And I'm so glad he's on my team. It's just like I just get chills thinking about it because like I think about like the old players in the past, like Casey Hamptons and shit, like where we really used to stop the run. We really used to be about that. Like we would average like 40 yards to like the best running back in the game. Now it's unheard of for us. We haven't had a defense in so long, and now that we have one, it is so often that like we'll just get got by some second or third string running back. We'll just get gashed. We'll get these first downs put on us, and it's just very tough. We're out there huffing and puffing, and then we'll go 3 and out on offense. So we're back to watching fucking third string running back carve us up again. Like it's and then they pass on us because we have to put some people up. It's just fucking sad. And so Yaya Black out there, I see this guy moving like this. I see Derek Harmon moving, and I just it's cinema. I get very excited about it. I'm very excited about this team. And for the last point, I think the last that we got, Darius Slay is on the Pittsburgh Steelers, yo. I forgot about that. He's been, I don't want maybe a legend. You guys consider him a legend? I'm not sure. He's been a very good cornerback in the NFL for a while. If he's played his best days, we fucking tried, right? Like we literally, like I would beg for movement. I would beg for the Steelers to get a player like Darius Slay, who played, I think, okay last year in Philly. Granted, they had tons of help around him, but I think he's still playing good football. And like the fact that we just first day of free agency went out and got Darius Slay, that's heat, right? And he wanted to come to Pittsburgh. He wanted to look at Mike Tomlin over there. I didn't see this till just now, but look at Mike Tomlin right here. That's just fucking heat. So the fact that we got Darius Slay, I'm very excited for the secondary. Also, we know Joey Porter Jr. is obviously going to be doing his thing. He's limiting the holding calls and shit. I'm very excited about this Pittsburgh Steelers team, and I think that is going to do. I know it's kind of an abrupt end, My voice is like cooked. Not gonna lie, like my throat hurts, my nose and stuff. Yeah, I'm really sick, but I wanted to talk about the Steelers because I obviously I missed the season. I missed talking about it with you guys. I missed discussing it with you guys. It's just been pretty tough, like with situations that we've dealt, been dealt. Like the Aaron Rodgers, don't know if he's gonna sign. Um, Other than that, like our quarterback situation is what it is. It's pretty hard to be excited, and our past been what it been. Like no matter what I say, no matter how I feel about the team, it's like they're just lose again. So it's just been pretty tough. But I'm gonna always talk about the Steelers. This is my team, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, go Pacers and subscribe to the channel, man. If you made it through this whole thing, I know it's at the end, but like if you listen to this whole thing or if you listen to a little bit of it and you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, man. We're trying to grow. We're trying to do our thing. And we have the best, best community in YouTube too. Shout out to the Steelers fans. Shout out to all of you guys. And this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers. And I see you in the next. Peace out.